Sophie, not that I really want to go, but I'll go to your wedding. There's a good group of guys there, right?
What? What guys are you talking about?
It's obvious. I mean, is there anyone worthy of my future husband?
I don't know about that. I don't know what kind of guys you like. Well, maybe there are a lot of good-looking guys, though.
Really? I'm starting to think it's time for me to get married, too. I've been too popular up until now, so it took me a while to choose. I've had a hard time narrowing down the candidates. I thought it was about time.
I see. Do you have a boyfriend right now?
I have several, but none of them is the right man for me to marry.
More than one? If you stop dating like that, you could get married.
What? You're suddenly all high and mighty just because you're getting married? You were such a dork in college. You were just a plain, non-existent nerd. You have the nerve to talk over me like that just because you're getting married? It doesn't change who's more beautiful, you or me.
I told you I'm done with that kind of thing. When I was in college, I had just moved out of a small town. But I'm happy now, so I don't really care. I don't mean to sound superior.
So what does your husband do? You can tell a lot about the friends he hangs out with from his occupation.
He works in construction.
What? He's an architect?
No, not like that. Shall I say it's construction related?
Huh? So does that mean he's a construction worker?
Strictly speaking, he's not, but I guess something like that.
Seriously? That means he's a bottom feeder.
What? What do you mean by that?
A construction worker is low class. How could you even think of marrying such a man?
I don't think it's good to evaluate people by their occupation. I don't judge people like that. Even if you think so, it's rude to tell me that.
You're angry because it's true.
No, that's not what I meant.
Well, whatever. You'll have some good-looking guys there, right? Not that I want to marry a construction worker, but I could at least have a little fun with them.
Are you coming to my wedding for that reason? Don't mess with my husband's friends.
What else would a construction worker be good for? Oh yeah, you're going to marry one. I feel sorry for you.
That's enough. What do you want?
I'll be at your wedding. You'd better find a nice guy and make sure he'll sit with me at the same table.
I can't promise you that. You said disrespectful things about the construction workers. I don't want to make them feel bad by sharing a table with you.
What? Are you saying that they would feel bad if they sat at the same table as me? That's not going to happen. Are you an idiot?
Enough. Anyways, I appreciate you coming to my wedding. But please, don't be rude to my husband's co-workers and business associates.
Congratulations on your wedding. You look stunning.
Thank you. You're sitting with Kiara, right? How is she? Is she alright? Did she say something rude?
She's fine for now. She saw your husband's colleagues and was excited about how good-looking they are.
I see. That's good then. The other day I got some offensive texts from Kiara. That's why I was a little worried. I'm glad to hear that nothing is going wrong.
I'm worried that she's drinking a little too much, though. She's a bad drinker.
I hope she doesn't drink too much. I really didn't even want to invite her. But I invited the rest of my friends. If I didn't invite her, I think that would make her go crazy.
You're right. I didn't think she would come. She seems to be having a hard time right now.
What's her problem?
Huh? Didn't you hear the story? I was surprised when I saw her here today. She even came to your wedding with a gift after all that happened. She must be desperate to find a man.
Oh, what happened to her?
That's what you get!
Do you have any idea what you've done?
You deserve it! I poured wine over him to celebrate, so you should thank me.
Even if you're drunk, you at least know what is okay to do and what is not.
You married a construction worker. What are you talking about? You're wearing dresses like you're some big shot.
If you're acting like that, you shouldn't have come to my wedding in the first place. You look down on my husband just because he's a construction worker. And you pour wine on him on the day of the wedding. Are you crazy?
You're the one who's crazy.
What?
How can you not feel embarrassed when you're marrying a lowlife like him? I'm sorry I spilled wine on him because his tuxedo didn't suit him.
I don't care what happens to you anymore.
You two losers make a great couple. You losers should get married in your pajamas.
You should look around.
What?
You're done.
Why did you kick me out? I was just getting to know that hot guy.
You were so drunk you don't remember what you did.
I remember I poured wine on the groom. But that's not something to be angry about, is it?
That's something worth getting angry about.
But that doesn't mean you can use those scary-looking people to kick me out. I was so scared.
Oh yeah, I don't care about that. There were a lot of construction workers at the wedding. I could see your face turning pale when you were surrounded by them. That made me feel a little better.
How dare you? I'm your friend. How dare you treat me like this?
Do you think it's okay to pour wine on the groom if you were a friend? And then ruin the wedding?
I never said that.
Then what did you mean?
I was in a good mood with a hot guy, and you interrupted me. I'm not even allowed to go to the reception. How could you do that?
You seem to be happy that all the good-looking guys were there. I thought you were looking down on the construction workers, but it's okay as long as they're good-looking. You need to reevaluate yourself.
I was a little drunk, and I was frustrated that you were getting married before me.
What?
I'm prettier than you. Your husband is a construction worker. But most of all, I was upset that you got married before me.
Stop saying construction worker. My husband is the president of a construction company.
What?
You called him a bottom-feeding loser, and you even poured wine on him. And you ruined his tuxedo. Do you know how much that tuxedo cost?
He's the president. Are you kidding me?
Why would I lie? My husband's annual salary is about $1 million. Do you still think he's a bottom feeder?
$1 million? That's impossible. You are exaggerating, aren't you?
That's true. Those guys at the wedding were employees of his company. They don't suit trash like you, who is disrespectful to construction workers.
I didn't mean to disrespect them. I can't believe he was the president of a construction company. How on earth could you marry such a man? Give me your husband.
What? You're crazy! Are you kidding me? There were a lot of presidents of other companies at the wedding, but none of them suit you because you're trash.
Why would you say that to me? I'm such a beautiful woman. It's not right that I'm not married yet.
I heard rumors about you.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I heard that you were involved in marriage fraud and are in debt.
What? How do you know that?
You look down on people who work at the construction site. But you were tricked into a marriage scam by a man with a false background. You alone cannot repay your debt. So you were desperately looking for someone to marry.
No, that's not true. I didn't think I was being scammed either. You looked rich by all accounts.
I guess all scammers are like that. You're the kind of person who judges people's worth by their professional status. That's why you're what you are.
What? Are you trying to say that I am wrong? I thought I could marry him, so it is only natural that I should be devoted to him. It's hard to find a man worthy of me.
Yes, but you can keep looking until you find the right man for you. But I won't let you do that at my wedding, because you'll make the guests feel uncomfortable.
Oh no! That's terrible. I've just met a handsome man.
You will miss your chance to get married, and no one will look at you anymore. I don't care about you anymore.
Please don't say that. You are a cold person.
Of course, after what you did to me. You're a terrible person, and you ruined my wedding. I don't even consider you a friend anymore. I mean, you and I were never that close to begin with.
What? We are best friends, aren't we?
You're the only one who thinks so. I didn't really want to invite you, but if I didn't, I knew you would complain. That's why I invited you to the wedding.
I'm shocked that you thought that. I thought you were my only true friend.
If you thought so, you shouldn't have done what you did. This is the result of you going too far.
Are you going to quit being friends with me now?
I never considered you a friend to begin with. Ever since we were in college, you have looked down on me, and I've had to put up with it. But from now on, you and I are done. And even if you try, you can't run away from what's about to happen.
Run away? Me? Why?
You ruined my wedding. So naturally, I'll demand compensation. So you can run away from that.
Huh? Compensation? You're going that far.
That's what you deserve. You got drunk and verbally abused my fiancé, and poured wine on him at our wedding. The compensation is not even enough, to be honest. His tuxedo was also very expensive. You will be charged for that as well.
Sophie, I am sorry. I apologize. You forgive me, don't you? You know, I don't have enough money to make that payment, right?
If you don't have it, borrow it and pay for it.
Don't be so cold. I am apologizing to you, so why don't you just let it go?
No thanks. Your apology doesn't mean anything.
You don't have to go that far. Yes, what I did was wrong. But I was drunk, and I thought your husband was a construction worker.
Why does his profession matter?
If I'd known he was the president, I wouldn't have done that.
I'm telling you to stop judging people by their profession. You look down on the construction workers like they were bottom feeders. But you're the one who was the bottom feeder, aren't you? You're lonely, knee-deep in debt, with no boyfriend and no friends. Don't ever contact me again. Later, Kiara was charged for the damages she had caused at Sophie's wedding. This put her in further debt. However, her current job alone was not enough to keep up with those payments, so she started working part-time at night. Her company prohibited employees from taking on side jobs though, so the company soon found out and fired her. In the end, Kiara lost her job as well, and she is now working part-time and trying to find a husband fast. However, no men seem to be approaching Kiara. Maybe her mean personality and desperation may have shown on her face. Kyle, did you think about what you've done?
Huh? What is this about?
What do you mean, what is this about? Of course, it's about our fight yesterday. You said some awful stuff to me. That's why you left.
You're the one who got mad for no reason. I just left on my own.
What? What kind of way to talk to someone is that? You don't feel bad for what you've done at all. Don't come home.
Huh? You don't want me to come home now? Where are you?
I'm at home, duh. I already came home. I left yesterday, but then I thought to myself, why am I the one who has to leave? You're the one who should leave.
I don't get it. You're the one who left. And now you're back?
Stop talking like that. You saying things in a condescending way annoys down on me.
I'm not looking down on you.
I've had enough of you relentlessly speaking down on me. And you kept saying nasty things to me yesterday, which made me wonder why I ever married you.
I think the same things. But about those things I said yesterday. Wasn't I just warning you?
You're acting like me not cooking is a bad thing.
I didn't say it that straightforwardly. But you know I have to work. So I can't make extravagant meals every day. And I can only do the laundry and clean on the weekends. But you always complain about my cooking. So all I said was, then why don't you try cooking yourself? But you're the one who got all mad and left all of a sudden.
How could you say that? You're acting like I'm the one in the wrong here. But I'm not good at cooking. So there's nothing I can do about that.
There's a difference between being bad at something and just not trying. Anyways, I like cooking, so it's fine. But I hoped you could help me out a little by cleaning the dishes.
That's selfish of you.
Huh?
You're always telling me what to do. Why can't you do it yourself?
This is useless. You're speaking so irrationally, I have no idea what you're saying. Well, you're home now, right?
I am. But if you haven't thought about what you've done, then don't even think about coming home. I don't want to see your face anymore.
Whatever. That's my house. And since you're there now, can you pack up your stuff since I won't be coming home today?
What?
You can leave by tomorrow.
What are you saying? Are you planning on kicking me out again? You kicked me out yesterday. And you're doing it again?
Well, I wouldn't really call it kicking you out. You left of your own accord. Just leave, okay? We're divorced now anyways. Yes.
Huh? I have no idea what you're talking about. Why are you bringing up divorce?
You left behind divorce papers yesterday. So, don't you want to get divorced? I really thought you did.
Yes, exactly. Isn't it obvious? That I want a divorce. If you don't think about what you've done, then divorce is definitely an option. Is that okay with you?
Sure. I hadn't even asked for you to do anything. But you prepared the divorce papers and everything. This is what's best for the both of us.
What? What are you saying? I don't get it.
I already sent off the papers.
What?
You had already filled out your part, so I filled out mine and sent it off.
What? What are you saying? I seriously don't understand. Wait. I put the divorce papers on the table yesterday, but now they're gone.
I told you that's because I sent them off. Do you understand English?
Wait. Why aren't they there? Where did the divorce papers go? Give them back.
I did as you wished and sent them off.
What do you think you're doing? You're kidding, right? You're lying to put me in a tough position.
What? You're being put in a tough position? How come?
How come? You did this all on your own. So of course this would put me in a tough position. What do you think you're doing?
What do you mean I did all this on my own? You're the one who filled them out and handed them to me, saying you wanted a divorce. Then you left. So what am I supposed to think? What else could I think other than you wanting me to submit the divorce papers?
Are you being serious? Did you really submit the divorce paper? This isn't some kind of joke.
Yeah, they've been accepted. So we're basically just strangers now. Are you happy? This is what you wanted.
There's no way this can be true. I can't believe you would do something so selfish.
You can say whatever you want, but that's my house. So, as a stranger, can you leave already? I'm giving you a day to move out, so be grateful.
You seriously want to throw me out? Why?
You're the one who wanted to throw me out, remember? That's why you're back home now, right?
That's true, but
What? Was this whole divorce thing a big joke? You didn't really want to get divorced. You just wanted to test me by saying that you did.
that's not true. But I can't believe you could so easily send off the divorce papers. This has to be a joke.
It wasn't a joke for you, though, right? You kept saying it every day. That you wanted a divorce. And that you don't even know why you got married to me.
I did say those things, but those were just small arguments.
I don't know if I would call those arguments. You're a housewife, yet you don't do any chores around the house. And you always complain, even though I do everything around here. Do you think I was happy in that sort of situation? And were you happy, Julie?
That's not what this is about.
You weren't happy, which is why you kept saying that you wanted a divorce. Isn't that right? Well, now you're free. So why don't you do whatever you want?
What I want?
For example, freely going on dates with that guy you were cheating on me with.
Huh? What are you saying? What is this about?
Did you think I didn't realize that you were so obvious about it?
What? Me cheating? I would never do such a thing.
Yeah. It's been almost a year.
What? How did you...
I've done my research. If you pay enough, you can find out anything in this world. I have all the evidence I need.
Evidence? What?
Pictures of you two together, your chat history. I even know his address.
Why? You researched that much? Why would you go that far?
Isn't it obvious? So that you have to pay for the damages.
What damages? Are you seriously planning on making me pay for damages?
Of course. Not only you, but from your lover, Mr. Smith, as well. I'm gonna take it all.
There's no way. You even know his name.
Do I know his name? Of course I do. I know his address. Duh. I even know his family. He's living with his wife and 3 children.
What? Kids?
And his 3rd child was actually born pretty recently. Maybe they went with the kids to their hometown to have the 3rd baby? That's why the house has been pretty empty lately.
He has 3 kids. What are you going on about? I knew that Mr. Smith had a wife, but he's trying to get a divorce with her. That's why he told me to wait patiently until they're divorced. He said that.
You've been played. How sad.
Why do you say things like that? I don't believe this.
Whatever. It's good that we got divorced. Now you can freely go off and fall in love. Even though your partner has a wife and children.
I can't believe this. Are you trying to harass me by saying that?
If you think I'm lying, then why don't you go and find out for yourself? I'm just telling you what I found through my research.
You have to be lying. Was I being tricked this whole time? But Mr. Smith said he would leave her for me and marry me eventually.
How should I know? Deal with it yourself. You still have to pay for the damages. So you should probably go looking for a job.
I can't do that. You should know this. I don't have a job. Kicking out your jobless wife just isn't right. Do you not have any sympathy for me?
We're divorced, so you're just a stranger to me now. I've lost sympathy for you. You tried getting cheated on for over a year. I bet you'd lose interest too. Of course, I was sad at first, but now I feel nothing towards you.
Don't say that. I now know that I was just being played. You were probably right about everything, Kyle.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I asked too much of you. You were right. It's impossible to work, do the chores, and do everything perfectly. That's why you got frustrated and took your anger out on me.
You make no sense. I don't remember ever taking my anger out on you. I only said what was right.
I understand that now. From now on, even if you don't do the chores perfectly, I won't bug you about it. I'll try my best to support you.
I have no idea what you're going on about. Whatever you say now doesn't matter anymore.
We can work through it. Let's make up. Let's just admit the divorce was a mistake.
It wasn't a mistake. So, unfortunately, there's no way I'll be doing that.
Why? I keep apologizing. So, why won't you listen to me? Don't you think selfishly sending off the divorce papers was going too far?
Who's the one who selfishly filled out the divorce papers and handed them over?
Yeah, I know, but...
And weren't you the one who went as far as to fantasize about marrying the person you cheated on me with? So, then there's no excuse. With that said, it's over between us. So take your stuff and leave by tomorrow. If you're still there tomorrow, then I'll call the cops on you.
Please, rethink things.
I have no will left to rethink anything. Now go off and have a happy life with your love affair. Kyle had already submitted the divorce papers. So no matter what Julie said, the outcome wouldn't change. Because of Kyle's announcement, Julie's cheating partner and his wife found out about their affair. And Julie got dumped. The wife also made Julie pay for damages, and the couple never ended up getting divorced. In the end, Julie had to pay twice the damages, lost her husband, her love affair, and a place to live. Her parents had already given up on her, so she couldn't rely on them. She found an employer to live with and got paid by daily installments from doing sketchy work.